Live from WIAT CBS 42 News, here's what's happening right now.
We're still tracking the chances for potentially severe weather this week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alex Finney, and for Lee Garner, we're looking at really a departure from those spring-like conditions we've been seeing this weekend. Storm Track meteorologist Nate Harrington joins us right now. And Nate, how are things going to be shaping up for this week?
Well, they're going to be shaping up pretty active for the start of the work week. Even before we get to Tuesday, we're going to be talking about some chances for some rain, even for tonight. Nothing serious, just a more active pattern than what we've been used to in the last few days. We are looking at the chances for some severe weather, though, and that's what we want to focus on right now. So the severe weather potential for late on Tuesday and early on Wednesday. The timing now is starting to get nailed down a lot more confidently. And as we go through that late Tuesday, early Wednesday time frame, right now we're in a slight risk from the Storm Prediction Center. And it looks like that second of 5 risk categories pretty much locked in for central Alabama. As we go through that time frame, the greatest threat will be in the northwest corner of central Alabama for folks in Marion, Winston, Lamar, Fayette counties, not excluding, or not, I guess those counties would be the greatest threat, but also we could see some stronger storms spill over into other portions of central Alabama, so that's not exclusive. We'll talk more about the setup coming up in just a few minutes. We're looking at hour by hour, very mild conditions today. Temperatures in the 70s for afternoon highs. We're going to be very mild again for tonight with lots of clouds and the chances for some isolated showers. We'll talk more about that severe weather setup and what you can expect in the Storm Track 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Alex, over to you.
Thanks, Nate. Well, have you seen this man and this woman? Well, police say they're responsible for a string of kidnappings and robberies across the Birmingham area this morning. And not only that, but they're armed and they're dangerous. It's got communities in Tuscaloosa and Jefferson County on edge tonight. WIAT 42 News reporter Jamie Ostroff joins us live in Vestavia Hills, where the couple is suspected of kidnapping a woman this morning. Jamie.
That's right, Alex. Now, I'm standing near the scene of the third crime in this spree that happened early this morning, but I want to take you back to the beginning. It all started, police say, at a Microtel Inn and Suites in Tuscaloosa. That's where police say the night manager there was robbed and then kidnapped. He was taken over to McDonald's in Hoover. That is where they also tried to rob and carjack the manager there, but she managed to get away safely, and then those suspects moved things over to where I am standing right now in Vestavia Hills. That's where police say the suspects dropped the Tuscaloosa victim off before they came into an open garage right near where I'm standing and kidnapped a woman right in front of her husband and took off in the family car with her inside. They dropped her off just a few minutes later, however, at Grandview Hospital, and police say those suspects have been on the run ever since, which leaves neighbors here feeling pretty vulnerable.
I don't know anything else I can do except depend on the police force. We have done everything we know to do. There's too much of this going on.
And since all of the victims in this scenario are okay, they've actually been talking to police and helping them identify the suspects. So you are looking at them right now. Their names, Blake Fitzgerald and Brittany Harper. Both of them are 31 years old, and they are from Joplin, Missouri. Now, police think they are still in the silver Ford Edge they stole from the neighborhood I'm standing in right now. If we could get the license plate number up on your screen, that license plate number is 2720 AG7. Now, police say this pair is probably armed and dangerous. So if you do see them, call 911 immediately. Get police out there to handle the situation and get these suspects in custody. We are live in Vestavia Hills. Jamie Ostroff, WIAT 42 News.
Thanks, Jamie. Some really startling information there. Well, we are still working to uncover more about the investigation of a Rainbow City police officer arrested in connection to a sex crime. Captain Chase Jenkins is being held in the Etowah County Jail without bond. He was arrested by sheriff's deputies yesterday. Right now, the exact charges against Jenkins have not yet been released. Jenkins is in the investigations division of the Rainbow City Police Department. He has been placed on administrative leave. Well, Jefferson County Sheriff's deputies continue to investigate an accident that killed a 27-year-old woman and injured 2 small children. The woman died Saturday morning when her vehicle collided with a pickup truck on Birmingport Road in Sylvan Springs. Reports say one of the vehicles drifted into the opposite lane. They collided and fell into a nearby ditch. A 2-year-old and a 3-year-old were in the woman's car. They were taken to Children's of Alabama and are in serious condition. A man driving the pickup was airlifted to the hospital in critical condition. Birmingham police are investigating 2 homicides that happened within hours of one another. The most recent happened at 11:30 Friday night on Pearson Avenue Southwest. Police say 27-year-old Kendrick Smith of Birmingham was shot and died at UAB Hospital. A witness tells police he saw someone in all black running down the alley after the shooting happened. Well, police also need your help to solve a homicide in Birmingham's Kingston community. 22-year-old Jamie Moore was found shot to death around 9:30 Friday night in a stairwell at an apartment complex on 47th Street North. Police say there were no witnesses. Now, if you have any information on either case, please call Crime Stoppers, and that number is 254-7777. Well, tonight, Denver police say they are still not sure what started a shooting and stabbing at the Colorado Motorcycle Expo on Saturday. Police are still interviewing witnesses and a person of interest. 1 person was killed and 3 others injured in a shooting, while another person was stabbed. Several others were hurt in a fistfight.
It just seemed pretty chaotic. You know, everybody started taking off. A couple of the actual motorcycle clubs took off already. It was between the Mongols and the Iron Order motorcycle clubs.
Police say the person was a member of one of the motorcycle clubs. No one was hurt in a massive fire that destroyed 7 acres of a beef cattle auction company in Kentucky. The fire destroyed the Bluegrass Stockyards in Lexington. About 20 heads of cattle were killed in the fire. The winds helped the fire spread quickly. It crossed the street and damaged about a block's worth of other businesses. Well, with a little over a day until the Iowa caucus, the Democratic race is with the margin of error, and voter turnout could make the difference. And as Weijia Jiang reports, the campaigns are working to make sure people get to their caucus.
I think we can afford that. And
on the eve of the Iowa caucuses,
but it starts here tomorrow night.
Every presidential candidate has the same message.
I want to ask one more time for your vote. I want to ask you to caucus for me.
The first votes in the 2016 election will offer more than delegates.
Go Hillary!
They will set the tone of the race and determine which campaigns can turn support into turnout. Marvin Miller showed up to Donald Trump's headquarters in Des Moines to help out. He's a registered Democrat but plans to jump ship to vote for the Republican frontrunner.
I just like the man himself, you know, what he's done. And where everybody else, not so much.
In the latest poll, Trump holds a 5-point lead over Ted Cruz. Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders are neck and neck within the margin of error.
Political experts say at this late in the game, volunteers should not be trying to change people's minds, but making sure already committed voters actually show up on caucus night.
It's not like you can absentee vote. You have to physically show up.
I'm calling with the Bernie Sanders campaign.
Colin Baldwin is one of 15,000 supporters here spreading the word on behalf of Sanders. He has ALS and says volunteering makes him feel alive again.
It's brick by brick, one call at a time, one door knocking at a time.
And each campaign is fighting for one vote at a time. Well, on Sunday, the Sanders campaign announced it raised $20 million this month alone, a sign his pace is picking up. Over the last 3 months of 2015, Sanders raised $33 million compared to Clinton's $37 million. Well, after the break, the finishing touches are underway for Super Bowl 50. We'll take a look at the trophy the teams will be battling it out for.
It's really important that everyone gets their water tested.
Plus, they hope they had a quick solution to help ease the water crisis. But will it work, or have things gone too far? Those stories after the break. We'll be right back.